Alright, so had my no start condition. It was turning over great. I wasn't getting fuel to the actual, I'd fuel to the injectors, but the injectors weren't firing. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. First things is I was checking my fuel bowl to make sure I got fuel, so I popped that off. It's getting fuel in that. So I was like, alright. So I kept looking around, see if I broke anything, and that hard to see, that sensor right there, this guy here, the back of the high pressure oil pump is the exhaust. Exhaust pressure sensor, I believe. I broke that. I called the auto parts store. That's a $200 sensor. I ended up finding the cheapest I found. It was about 80 bucks. So I ended up going to the U-Pull yard and actually found one there. They had one truck out there, and I was hoping that they still had the fuel bowl and the high pressure oil pump on it, and I was actually going to pull the whole engine out because the turbo was still on it and stuff, but high pressure oil pump was gone, and somebody robbed some stuff off the fuel bowl. So I should have did it sooner, because I could have got all the sensors with it and all that stuff. You know, there's those little ones like that are 200 bucks and crap like that. But so anyways, got that replaced, put it on, still wouldn't fire up. And I kept in the back of my mind was that the fuel pressure regulator on the back of the high pressure oil pump, I was like, I wonder if those wires are touching, because I didn't get that connection fixed. And then when I was at the junkyard, I forgot to pick it up. So hopefully this next Monday I'm going to go and do that. So anyways, I took it out, just took some tape and made an insulator and stuck it in there and taped it on, and the truck fired up. So I was like, okay, well, at least I found the problem, because it wasn't throwing any codes or anything. So I've been driving it, got about 200 miles on it right now. I have some fuel treatment I'm going to put in it, some was it Hot Shot fuel treatment, I believe. I'm going to run through it, but I did have some other stuff in the tank before, so I filled it up this time. I'm at about a half tank now. I'm going to refill it up and put that Hot Shot in it, the deep fuel clean, the one that you do once every 6 months, and try that. So far, as far as oil leaks, I need to get up and look at the galley now that I've been driving a couple hundred miles and see what I got. If I got some liquid, I'm going to sop it back up and see if it comes back, see if I can find any little leaks or anything like that. But so far it's running good, cranks up fine. I've been looking at doing a different air cleaner. I'm going to do a little bit more researching and see what I can find. I see that Napa filter or whatever that people run. I might do that, we'll see. But I might build a box for it and then try to run the intake down. I'm going to look at some aftermarket stuff and kind of price stuff out. I hear people have good luck with them. I'll probably go to Riffraff Diesel and buy theirs because it comes with a dust cover. Just buy their little kit, and I'll probably just run that to start off with. We'll kind of see. I'm going to do some more research before I do that. My thermostat pipe there, it's leaking at the bottom some. I actually need to pull it off and probably put some silicone on it. Even though I hate doing that, but damn thing doesn't seal. I want to get the aluminum one, and I might just end up doing that, get the billet one and get a different hose and run it down, do it that route. Other than that, seems to be doing alright. I do need bigger tires because these ones are smaller than factory, so it runs a little high RPMs. I'm trying to run 65. I think I'm doing 2200 RPMs. So I want to put 35s on it. Kind of waiting because these tires are pretty much brand new when I got the truck, so kind of hard to justify throwing new tires on it. I'm not worried about cutting my bumper. I'll do that. I don't care, but I don't want to lift it. So other than that, I think that's about it for now. I do want to try to get it running awesome. My exhaust, it does have an aftermarket exhaust on it. It's got 3-inch downpipe. Before I do a tune or anything like that to this, I want my exhaust temperature probe. So I was going to talk to the exhaust shop and see if they could do a 4-inch back from the bottom of the downpipe. Kind of see what it would cost me. I think it's going to be cheaper than going and buying a kit. If not for now, I got 3-inch all the way back, but I do have a resonator, and I was going to have them cut that out and just straight pipe it. But I do want the temperature probe in there before I get too carried away with doing stuff. I really want to, watch my turbo temperature and stuff, so I don't, fry the engine. So, and me, I'm pretty mild with it. I baby it pretty good. I don't, hammer on it too much at all. So, might end up doing the transmission on it. My buddy does training, so I might have him go through it. And if I'm still getting oil on the ground, I think my rear main might be out. So, I'll kind of plan it around that and do all that at the same time. I'm not losing too much oil, but I am losing a little bit of oil. So, other than that, everything seems to be fine right now. No major leaks that I can see. So, alright, I just put some of this Hot Shot Secret Diesel Extreme. It's the fuel additive. I put 8 ounces in my front tank. It does have cetane booster, stuff like that. It's supposed to clean the injectors real well. Heard a lot of good things about it. So right now I'm just filling the front tank up. I also got the everyday treatment, so my next fill up will be doing that. And I also got the oil additive. My next oil change I'll be using this stuff. It takes quite a bit. This stuff's pretty expensive here, but I figured I'd give it a shot. You don't have to do it very often. I'm trying to remember, but one treatment's like $50. So, but it's like every few years you do it once, and it's like, I think that'll be worth it. So, but anyways, got the additive in. We'll see if it makes a fuel mileage difference and calculate my mileage out real quick. So, and then kind of go from there. I know I do have a problem filling this truck. I need to get over there and look and see if if we got a kink in there or something, or the vent's not working very good. But I can never run a nozzle full bore. I have to run on first notch or less to fill the truck up, and it's annoying as hell. So anyways, for just video that what I put in it. See what kind of mileage we get. I use this little funnel here they had. Yeah, need to test it out, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. I do have 2 yellow tops in this that I just put in this year. Stupid steering wheel lock crap. Hold on a second. Alright. See how many miles I got on it. It does run pretty good. little over 8 gallons at 148. My mileage is off, but I've been using. So my miles are off, but I've been using this to tell what my mileage is. I know my mileage is going to be correct, but it'll actually be less than what I calculate out. But I did switch to synthetic oil, and I went up almost 2 miles per gallon the more I kept driving it. And I did also do the top end oil change. I'm going to do it a little bit different next time, but I did just change the one quart out. Next time I'll change quart out, crank it up, circulate it for a couple minutes, change that next quart out, and do it 3 times. I heard that that's a better way of doing it. It'll change all the top end oil, and then I'll drain the engine and do the bottom end. And I'll see how that does. But yeah, 2 miles per gallon for going synthetic. The math calculates out pretty good. It's worth a little bit extra, so that's what I did. Alright, just did my mileage calculation. I was actually kind of impressed. This is winter time. It's November, the end of November. It's been fairly warm. It hasn't been too bad, but you know, this first 150 miles here is just on the new the pedestal delete and all that other stuff. And I put 8.132 gallons in it. It came out to a little over 18 miles to the gallon, which when you mileage correct, I believe it's around 16, which before I was getting about 14, so that's corrected anyways. Normally before I did all this stuff, before I switched to synthetic, pretty consistent 16 without doing the mileage correct. So you know, I'm 18, and that's pretty damn good. Hopefully once I get 35s on it, I can get the RPMs down a little bit, and then it'll do a little bit better. But so far it seems to be running fine. Reset my deal. But yeah, she's running alright. Yeah, sounds pretty good. I probably don't need to do that fuel treatment stuff, but I'm kind of curious. The inside of my bowl had a little bit of tarnish in it, whatever you want to call it, so I went ahead and cleaned that out. I didn't wipe it out at the bottom of the bowl because I wanted to see if there would be a difference with this fuel clean. So, a little experiment. I did have a little bit of gunk in the bottom. It wasn't too bad, but like it had a little bit of gravel in it. But where I live, there's a lot of gravel roads, so I'm assuming that, you know, a little gravel got in there from the road. I have no freaking idea, but it wasn't like it was a whole hell of a lot. So, about to get on the highway here and see what it sounds like. I'm curious to do a video on this just to see if there's a cab difference when I do like an intake or forage exhaust. But we'll get on her a little bit. You can hear that transmission shifting. It doesn't shift the way I would like it to. So that's something that hopefully I'll get it rebuilt and it'll sound a little bit better. But sure, that's pretty good. So if you look here, it's showing 60 miles an hour. It's actually 55 at 1800 RPMs. Going up a hill here. Usually when I drive hills and stuff, I hold my foot in one spot and that's it. Like right now, going down a hill, you know, I just let it speed up and slow down as needed. I don't give it any more throttle. That's how I've always drove. On this last tank, I did use some cruise control on some hills. So that's why I was kind of surprised I got 18. I was just, you know, early in the morning, I was pretty tired, and it was Black Friday, so I didn't want to get pulled over. So I just threw cruise control on so I didn't have to pay attention as much as my speed. But I'll actually go 65 here with these small tires. Let's see here. So that's actual 60 miles per hour. I'm doing just over 2,000 RPMs. I guess I should have got my app out, my whole Bluetooth deal, but yeah, it's that's actually where I've been running a little faster than I normally do too. That's another reason I was kind of surprised I got 18 out of it. Well, 18, 16 and a half, whatever it was. But yeah, no. Temperature should come up a little bit more. It does take me a while to get the temperature heading to work. It's about a 17-mile drive. About halfway there, I'll actually be up to operating temperature, depending on how cold it is out. I always wait until the engine's up to about 100 degrees before I take off. That's why I got a little Bluetooth adapter that I stuck in. I want to try it out, and then I want an app to get on your phone. This little guy here. Got that little guy. You know what? That's totally worth the, money. Like, it's like $10 and the app's like $5. It's like, geez. And you can see your actual numbers. That's one thing I hate about Ford is normal. It's normal from high to low. It's just, give me the damn number. I want to know what it is. So, having that phone's pretty neat. I gotta find a place where to put it. I was gonna think about putting a magnet on the back of my old phone and sticking it right here at the CB clip. But dude, some hill is a fairly steep hill. I'm not getting on it very hard. The problem is the shifting of it. Like, it's in overdrive right now. Pulling this hill, which I'd rather be kicked down a gear or out of lockup. But yeah. Well, I think that's it for now. Probably gonna be a little bit longer video. I guess just rambling on.